My name is Hadria Stewart. I am the head of the Languages Department at Kingston Technical High. Today, I will tell you more about the City and Guilds English Skills program. Let's take a look at our objectives for today. These are the things that we will achieve by the end of today's lesson. All right, so at the end of the lesson, candidates should be able to explain the main purposes for writing, and this is really a recap because we have looked at the purposes already. State the purposes that image serve in the text. Use various comprehension strategies to obtain meaning from source documents, and identify the organizational features used in source documents. You should also be able to answer comprehension questions based on a Stage 3 source document read or heard. I have a challenge for you today, and my challenge is that by the end of today's lesson, you need to tell me, or you need to find out what the word predator means. So who is a predator? All right, so we're going to do a quick review of the writer's intention. Why did this person write this particular thing? One of the most important skills is that of determining the writer's intention or purpose. If one fails to recognize the writer's intention, one can easily misunderstand the whole text. Remember that we all write for a purpose. We always have a reason for writing. Now, here are some of the reasons why people write. A writer's intention may simply be to inform, to instruct, to predict, to criticize, to express an opinion, to create a mood, to amuse or entertain, to persuade, or simply just to comment. Then we're going to focus a little on reading comprehension. And this is a recap. Remember, it is said that repetition strengthens impression. So when we read, what is our goal? What is our purpose? Our goal, of course, is comprehension, for us to understand whatever it is that we have been exposed to. So comprehension, or extracting meaning from what is read, is the ultimate goal of reading. The process of comprehension is both interactive and strategic. Rather than passively reading the text, readers must analyze it, internalize it, and make it your own. So feel free on the day of your exam to use your pen or your pencil to mark your source documents, to circle words that you're not familiar with, to use different symbols, to make notes, to write what you agree or disagree with as you interrogate the text for yourself. Now, identifying main ideas and summarizing those main ideas are comprehension strategies. So how do I know that I understand what I have read? If I am able to identify the main idea, the most important thing that the writer talks about, then I know that I understand what the writer is saying. If I can identify those main ideas, then I can also go ahead and summarize them. So identifying the main idea and summarizing it requires that you determine what is important and then express that in your own words, and we call that paraphrasing. It is also important that you try to understand the author's purpose in writing the text so that the main idea can be more easily identified. Now, questioning is a strategy that you can use as you try to understand the material that you are reading. Asking and answering questions about the text, and I'm sure that you've done this quite a number of times. So asking questions about the text is another strategy that can help you to focus on the meaning of the text. Your teachers can help by modeling both the process of asking good questions and the strategies for finding the answers in the text. A very good strategy to use before you do a comprehension activity is the KWL strategy. All right, remember we spoke about it last time. You need to focus on what I know. We always move from what we know to the unknown. So you're going to make 3 columns. You're going to use your notebook. You're going to make 3 columns, and you're going to label them KWL. So under K, you're going to write down all that you know about the topic. Under W, you're going to write down the questions that you would like to ask, or the questions that you would like to get answers for as you read. And after you have read the document, you are going to fill in all the information, all the new information that you have learned. And I encourage you to practice this while you're at home. All right, let us look now at some of the benefits of using images. All right? Imagine a blog post or an article that doesn't contain images. Yes. It's like imagining a storybook without pictures, right? Okay, good. Yes, it may seem very boring, okay? Images have many purposes when used in your writing, other than helping your article to look great. All right, so images can help to create pause in the text. Nobody wants to read a long, uninterrupted stream of copy or text. Images also link your points. Pictures keep the readers interested in continuing with the copy. If you've just read a paragraph and now there's a picture with a caption hinting at what your next section is about, it keeps you concerned with learning more. It also makes it easier for your reader to understand what you are saying. Diagrams or graphics can be priceless when explaining things to the reader, thus working to make your copy much more effective and user-friendly. So there's a whole lot that you can learn just by focusing on the images. All right, now on the screen, we have a glimpse at a City and Guilds source document. You will always see the name of the course, 3850 certificate in English. You will always see reading and writing. You'll also see stage 3 and the theme for the year, source document, and the instruction. All right, now let's focus a little on document 1. I just want you to pay attention to the heading, the subheading, to the fact that it is written in paragraphs, it is written in 2 columns, and yes, there is an image. And you are going to find that all the City and Guilds source documents have many colorful and attractive images. And the images are not there for beautification purposes only, right? You will realize that the images help you to understand what the material is all about. So I have extracted this image from the source document. What comes to mind when you look at this image? I'm sure that you're seeing many familiar things. So you're thinking social media, right? Social media platforms, you are correct. All right, now our first document is entitled Careers and Education, Social Media Manager. And it's an informative piece, or what you may call an expository piece. All right, and it reads thus: numerous career options have either been created or recreated with the advent of social media. One is that of the social media manager, a risk manager employee who is trusted with the role of monitoring, filtering, measuring, and guiding the social media presence of a brand, product, individual, or corporation. Andrew Lindsay is the social media manager in Digicel, Jamaica's new social marketing team. Lindsay, a Jamaica College graduate with a bachelor's degree in marketing from the University of Technology, has been employed at Digicel for over 7 years. He started in customer care before moving into corporate sales, retail merchandising, and marketing and communications, and was then appointed social media manager in August last year. This week, he shares some information about his career with Career and Education. What is a social media manager? A social media manager is someone who leads in implementing the strategies that help to promote the brand via social pages. I manage the social media team by coordinating activities that they use to interface with customers. A social media manager has to be a creative individual who is informed daily of the various trends, viral videos, and stories that positively or negatively affect the image of the company. We like to stay in touch with all social media trends and everything that goes on within our market. We try to have fun with it. All right, describe a typical day on the job. A typical day on the job for me is sharing a smile with my great team, working together on ensuring that the brand is represented properly and help to lighten the day for our followers. What is the value of the work that you do? It is vital to encourage the adoption of social media trends into corporate culture and build a closer relationship with our customer base. Another key aspect is to gain instant insight through social media to help evolve business strategies and deliver the best products and services. What do you enjoy most about the work that you do? Marketing is my passion. Social media is a part of my life. I enjoy having the opportunity to show people a fun and warmer side to the company. What requirements do you need for this job? A career in this field is based on experience in marketing and information technology, media, and communication. What advice would you give to someone who wants to enter your field? I would tell them to go for it. There are so many opportunities in the field of social media. Especially with this type of work, it's good to be creative, trendy, relevant, and most of all, love what you do. All right, and this is another source document that you'll look at quickly. We'll see the organizational features, we're seeing the image, we're seeing the heading, we're seeing the numbered list, and we're also seeing the subtopics, and we're seeing words in color. All right, so these are some of the organizational features, and of course, the information is organized in paragraphs. All right, so here's a sample question based on the material that we were exposed to just now, and this is from stage 3. It says, read the documents in the source booklet and answer the following questions. It says questions 1 to 5 are about document 1. And remember that you must always pay careful attention to the instruction. It says, what is the main purpose of the document? Is it to criticize? No. Is it to review? No. Is it to inform? Yes, it is. Is it to advertise? No. Right? So we tick to inform. All right. Summarize the document giving 3 of the key points. 3 of the key points mentioned. Numerous career options can stem from social media. It talks about the role of the social media manager and also some personal attributes of the social media manager. All right, and we have already identified some organizational features used in the document. We saw the headings, we saw the paragraphs, we saw the bold text, we saw the image, and you get 4 marks for identifying those. What is meant by the term lighten the day? Remember, if you're not sure, just go back to the text, read that section, and you'll be able to explain that phrase in your own words. It means to improve or to make cheerful. All right, and we can find this in paragraph 5. Now, this sample question says you're to look up 3 words in the table below which are mentioned in document 1 and write the definitions in relation to the context. Remember, words have multiple meanings, so you always have to look at how the words are used in context in order for you to come up with the correct definition. So in this particular case, presence means the state or fact of existing, occurring, or being present. Interface means to interact with another system or person, and strategies mean a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall aim. Now, the synonyms that you can choose, a synonym to replace presence could be existence. For interface, we can use communicate, and for strategies, we can use plans. Remember, this is where the thesaurus comes in, so make sure that you have your dictionary and your thesaurus for your exam. All right, here's another question, and this one is from document 2. And I've put the image on the screen so that you know exactly what we're talking about. And this says, questions 6 and 7 are about document 2. What does the image in document 2 show? All right, you're to choose. Does it show social media platforms, social media profiles, social media security, or social media followers? It does show the various social media platforms, so we tick A. All right? Now, let's look at this final question, okay? It says, which document presents instructions, tells you what to do? It is actually document 2. And which document has a strong bias? It is document 3. You do not need to explain or give the titles or any such thing. You just state which document. All right, now I'm sure you have my answer ready and waiting for me, okay? So who is a predator? All right, excellent. So it's an animal that hunts or kills and eats other animals. Example, lions, wolves, and other predators. Or it can also mean someone, yes, a human being, someone who follows people in order to harm them or commit a crime against them. Have you ever heard of online predators? They do exist. Here's my token for you. Make sure you take them to the exams with you. Remember, practice, practice, practice. Only through practice and more practice can you do something without conscious effort. That's all the time we have for today.